Hey guys, it's Rebecca again. Today's book I'm going to be reviewing is Catching Fire, it's sideways, by Suzanne Collins. It is the second book in the Hunger Games series, which is a great series, by the way. I don't have to tell you that. And if you have not read this book, I will keep spoilers until the second half of the video, I guess. I will give you a warning when there's spoilers. So Catching Fire picks up about a month or two after Hunger Games ends. Katniss and Peeta return safely home to the Seam, the Victor's village. I think that's what it's called. The nice houses they give them. And Katniss is back to, her usual Katniss ways. Her and Peeta are kind of not in very good terms, I guess you would say. And her and Gale's relationship has gone kind of downwards as well. So there's no romance going on in the beginning. Gale is now going into the coal mining business, how all the Seam people go to and everything, so she doesn't get to hunt with him as often as she did in the first book. At this point, I really can't say if I'm Team Peeta, if I'm Team Peeta or Team Gale, because there really hasn't been enough of Gale to compare it to, And as wonderful as Peeta is, I still, there's still something about Gale that I think she's purposely leaving out until, the third book where it all goes to shit and you see everything. So basically, in Catching Fire, something happens. I'm not going to do spoilers until the end, but something happens to make them go somewhere and do something over again. I don't know what it is. It's very action-packed. No, it's not. Sort of. Why do you think the movie term action-packed adventure? It's very Peeta-packed. No, that's not. There is action. There is a bit of romance. Her and Peeta have to continue with their little game to pretend they're, lovey-dovey because everyone wants to kill them if they're not, I guess. That's the only reason they were kept alive. And Capital's still pissed off at Katniss for, starting a rebellion or whatever. The people in the Seam and the people all over the districts are starting to kind of use Katniss as a symbol of rebellion, and things need to change because after 76 years of these Hunger Games, things need to change, right? You don't see a lot of Gale in here. And what you do see of Gale, it's either sad or happy or a little romantic, but you don't see a lot of Gale. So I can't really say anything about Gale, but I know you guys are probably Peeta fans because Peeta, with a name like Peeta, it has to be amazing. I think that's going to be my new slogan, the Smugger slogan. I love his name, Peeta, it's so funny. If you haven't read this book, I don't know what's stopping you. If you've read Hunger Games, I don't know what's stopping you. Go buy it, go read it, go check it out at the library, download it illegally online. I'm not responsible for that, though. But anything you do, go buy it on your Kindle, whatever, just go get it because it is amazing. And I can't wait for Mockingjay. I already pre-ordered it. I read this book a while ago, though. So I read it a while ago, a month ago. But still, I cannot wait till Mockingjay to see the final, end and everything goes together. But there's so many loose ends. How are they gonna tie up all these loose ends in Mockingjay? Oh my god, I have to read Mockingjay now. That's all for, the wishy-washy part. If you haven't read it, I don't really know what to say, but what's stopping you from reading it. So this part's going to be spoilers, and I'm going to talk about the book and everything. So if you have not read it, then you can still watch. I really don't care. Or you can, exit out and go read it and then come back if you want. I don't really care. You watched it once already. Why have to watch it again? So, you guys, what did you think of Catching Fire? It was really good, wasn't it? And I'm sure a lot of you have already, I'm sure there's a lot of other videos because Catching Fire came out a while ago, but it couldn't have I just got a paper cut! Oh, the cover just gave me a paper cut. I don't know if you can see it. You see it? Do you see my paper cut? That's a big paper cut. Ow. Anyways, so, were you not surprised? I was so surprised. At first I was like, wait, why is it called The Hunger Games when there's 3 books, but they already did their Hunger Games, and they're exempt? I didn't even think about them going back in. Well, I kind of did, but I thought maybe it was going to take a turn, this time Gale and, whatever her little sister's name is, went in, and then they went to, help them, and they were their mentors or something, and they, got in there. That's what I was expecting or something. Oh, maybe that's going to be the 3rd book. Ooh. I don't know. But that's what I was expecting. But I was completely Oh, I sound like a little schoolgirl. I'm usually not like this. I'm very serious, sarcastic. It doesn't really matter. Anyways, but this book is so good. I was like, I literally like gasped. Like I was like, I think I choked on my gum when I did it, but I wasn't chewing gum. I don't really chew gum. Gum's kind of gross, except juicy. Juicy fruit's really good. Anyways, when they got in, I was like, oh my god, they're going back in. And then I was like, wait, they're definitely not going to make sure that Peeta and Katniss, like, don't live. So what's going to happen? Usually I am so good at predicting books. Like, I can read, like, a little paragraph of the book and be like, I already know what's going to happen. And it does, because I'm awesome like that. Duh. But this time I really didn't know. And the clock thing, like how the arena was a clock, and she's just like, tick-tock, tick-tock. I really didn't get it until she said it. I was like, the arena's a clock. Oh. And it was kind of obvious once you read it, like, once you knew what it was. And I also didn't think that they were all together. Like, I didn't know why that guy, I don't remember his name, not really. That guy saved the other Peeta's life, and I didn't know why this girl was, like, crazy and all that. Oh, it was really good. Except the ending was kind of, like, it didn't not make sense, but it kind of was, like, that was really, really lucky. Even if it was really lucky, it's kind of just, like, it's how did they get the helicopter there, or they just took it with the dead body or something. It was just kind of like there was too many ways it could have failed. You know what I mean? So I kind of thought that they could have had a different way to get them out of there that would have been even more crazy and that it would not fail. Peeta and her weren't together at the end. Peeta. I think I'm Team Peeta. But the thing is, like, I want to know what's going on with Gale. Because Gale's sexy. He's, like, dark-haired, gray eyes. Oh, my God. Works in the coal mine. I mean, Peeta's a bread maker. With a name like Peeta, you gotta work with bread. I'm so funny. I crack myself up. I mean, and he's blonde. I mean, that's... You know, I mean, if I wanted to date Nurse from Saved by the Bell, I would. You know, I don't want to, like, I don't want a blonde. Was that his name? I think that was his name. Zach. I know his name is Zach. I'm guessing it doesn't really matter. It's not relevant. Now, I did read this book like a month and a half ago. I don't remember all the specific details and whatever happened. I was really upset when Pete got beaten and whipped and everything. I literally was like, and I was in the car ride because I took a road trip with my friend to Ohio, and I was in the car going, no! Yeah, I confess, that's what I sound like when I read. It's really bad. Yeah, I was completely mortified. I was like, Peeta, oh, my bad. I guess I am Team Peeta. I was like, Gale, no, like, there's gotta, like, oh my god, he's sexy. He's like a love interest, sort of, so he has to be protected. I literally thought he was gonna die, because that's what happens in the scene. Everyone dies. Okay, let's talk about Katniss Everdeen for a little bit, okay? I am sick of these greedy bitches taking two guys that they don't deserve and, you know, writing a story about them and telling them, oh, it's so hard loving two boys because my heart's torn and blah, 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 blah. If you're not going to take one, I will sure as hell grant your wish of saving you the hassle of choosing one. I will just grab Peeta and be on my merry way. Sometimes Katniss Everdeen and characters like her make me want to drown a baby, run over an old lady with my car, and then skin some puppies and make a coat. I'm just saying. I mean, not literally, but, well, you know, she's selfish, and, you know, come on, like, all of these books have, like, two guys, and they're fighting over it. You know, I'll take one. It's really not that hard to choose. I mean, just, like, you know, send one my way, and I'll be like, hey. So, you know, much obliged. I get the whole, like, love triangle thing and everything, but when she's in a position where she doesn't want either, and she's just using them, like Peeta, she says she doesn't even like him, but yet when he's in danger or when he's threatened to be away, then she's running towards him. Or like Gale, when she imagined, like, the fake girl, if the roles were reversed, she instantly hated it and she wanted to be with Gale. But yet, when the situation does not count for, like, losing one of them or, you know, whatever, she doesn't care. She's just like, I want to be free, or I don't know what I want, blah, blah, blah. Okay, sweetie, if you don't know what you want, go in the games and get yourself, you know, survive. Don't make any allies, don't make any friends. And if you want to be with Peeta, be with Peeta. I mean, come on, how many stories are going to be like this? Always get what you want, and you're going to screw yourself by doing this. It's just not fair. I wouldn't mind, having 2 guys to pick from. Just, eeny, meeny, miny, mo that shit. It's not that hard, okay? Put them in a basket and mix it around and pick one. Put one hand in, reach in, pick one. Oh, there's your new husband. Oh my God, look at that. It's not that hard. I get a little emotional when I read. So I am excited to see where this thing goes on to, and how Mockingjay plays out. But I don't know really what else to talk about in it. In the ending where they're like, there's no District 12. I mean, so it was a shithole anyway. Why do you need it? That's all I really have to say about Catching Fire. I'm going to try a lot harder to review books once it's fresh in my mind. Like the minute I close it, I'll turn on my computer and record myself talking to myself more often, because I kind of lose focus of little details until I really go into it, but then it's scattered. So I'm still working on it. This is like maybe my 6th video, I think, but I'm not getting any better. I'm still just a little lunatic talking to myself. Okay, so I will see you guys later.